Hi everyone, Nevada Nail Person, or Joanne, and I have some products I wanted to share with you this week. The main product, if you will, the focus will be on this new Nars palette that I picked up. And I know I'll get the name wrong, but it's called the Bord de Plage Highlighting and Bronzing Palette. So this is the actual packaging that it came in, the black with the bronze lettering. It's really kind of pretty and kind of messy. You can see my fingerprints all over it. And here's the actual outer packaging. So it has that bronze type of look. Really pretty. Huge mirror on the side. And then we have two of their newer sun-washed bronzing shades and 4 highlighters, and this is a limited edition item, so if it is something interested, I know it's still on Sephora's website. I just checked a few minutes ago and it's still available, and I believe it retails for $59. So initially I was a little nervous about buying another palette with Laguna in it from Nars, but this is the new sun-washed bronze formula, which is supposed to blend better, have some blurring technology, and layerable, if you will. So I thought that was interesting, and I did want to try out one of the newer bronzers. I do favor Laguna. Laguna, I believe, is meant for light to medium skin tones, and I think you could blend it in. I'm fair to light, and I've been using it without an issue. In fact, I've used the other shade in this palette, which is Casino, so it's a little bit deeper. It's meant for medium skin tones. Now the 4 highlighters in this palette can be used wet or dry. I've only used them dry, which is enough intensity for me on a normal everyday week. So let me give you some swatches and then we can get into a little bit of a demo. So I have, let's see, it's on the back, and of course it's going to be opposite. This is Rivage and Creek, I believe. So Rivage and Creek. We have Cornish and Gallet. Cornish would be pinker and Gallet would be more of a bronze. And then we have the 2 sun-washed bronze shades. So this one is Laguna, and this one would be Casino. Laguna and Casino. And I'm starting with the Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer in Laguna. And I'm kind of using it in a bronze tour type fashion, so along the cheeks and along my temples, and buffing it in because it is a product that you can build up. So now going in for my left cheek now, building it up, and I'm using a Luxie small contour brush. And I really do like these bronzers because you can go heavier and lighter as needed. Hit that jawline too. More buffing around the face. And you can see I'm buffing a lot. Now I'm going in for the deeper shade, which is Casino, just to dab a little bit more in there along the edges of my face. And both of these shades I think would work well for light skin, probably not fair, definitely medium, probably not too deep. So I would suggest swatching it if you're fair or deep tone skin. So now I'm taking my Kat Von D concealer brush with that wonderful point, and I'm basically doing a little contouring of my nose with the lighter shade in this palette, which is Laguna. Just a little tad of contouring. And just buffing it in. And of course the end of the nose as well. Starting with the pinker highlight, which is Cornish. Just the high points of the cheeks along the temple and around the brow bone. So kind of a C-shaped fashion. And again, this is a product that I feel is buildable. They say you can use them wet. I haven't used them wet. I'm using the lighter shade Rivage just on the tip of my nose and along down the bridge of my nose as well. And now I'm taking a little bit of Rivage in the corner of my eye just to brighten things up, because I just have that one shade of shadow on. And the same for the other side. So just a little pinky finger, perfect, blend in. And then just a little bit of blush. I have this little baby Nars Orgasm blush, and pull that out and applying, hopefully not too much, to my cheeks, both sides, blending it in. And I do note when you use a facial spray, it does kind of calm down the blush. So if you go a little bit too heavy, by the time you hit it with some setting spray, it will diffuse. So using the blush a little bit along the sides of my face and along my eyes, which just to tie the look together, I read that somewhere, just take a little blush and throw it on. And then finishing things with my Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 setting, priming, everything spray. So that is it. So overall thoughts on this palette. I think it's a great palette. I really did enjoy using it all week long. I think it's a bit pricey, yes, but typically Nars products are. I think we could have benefited by having a third bronzer instead of 4 lighters and 2 bronzers. I think we'll go through the bronzers quicker than the highlighters, so maybe a deeper bronze or another mid-toned bronze, a lighter, deeper, just a third bronze I think would have made this palette complete. The highlighters I think are wonderful. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I think that they can be a little bit not as long wearing as I'd like them to be. It's a good everyday highlighter, I think is the best way to say it. It's not going to give you too much of a wham bam. I have on the Cornish shade right now, which is the pinker shade. So yeah, I would recommend it, especially if you're a Nars fan. Let's get on to some of the other products so you know how it worked with my face and the products I had. So on my face as a base, I tried out this Renewed Hope in a Jar Skin Tint, and I think it's in sand. Yes, 1.5 sand. And it is a tinted moisturizer. Since I'm not going anywhere today, this was well enough for me. And then to set down my face, I used the Japanesque Champagne Collection Velvet Touch Finishing Powder. So it's just a clear, it looks white in the pan, but it is just a setting powder essentially. So I wanted to just set down that tint and be able to blend out the bronzer and the highlighter. I'm also using and love, this is the Nars matte, what is this called? Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I've been loving this product. I did get it in a shade that's probably a tad too dark for me. Their shade ranges are kind of weird. This is Custard. So it's a bit yellow. I did want one on the yellower side, but this may be just a tad too deep for me. What else on my face? So I also used, I'm just using a sample of Jane Airedale Smooth Finish Primer. Yeah. So for my eyes, for that particular look, I just used the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Eye Primer. Big fan. My Marc Jacobs highliner, and this is in Rococo, and I just purchased another one recently in a matte shade, and I forget the name offhand, but it's a brown, like a medium brown. This has more of a shimmer. And on my eyes, one of my absolute favorite single eyeshadows, which is what I have on right now. This is the Nars Dual Intensity eyeshadow in the shade Carry. And that's what it looks like. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's just a perfect one and done type of shadow. So there it is on my middle finger, and there it is on a swatch. So just a perfect one and done shadow. Benefit Roller Lash, I had a new one. I think I found a Holy Grail mascara, but I wanted to try this out because I am using an eyelash serum, and I wanted to see, is it my eyelashes getting better or is mascara getting better? I don't know. Have to fill you in on that. For eyebrows, this is a travel size Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil I got as a sample. It's in the shade 3, I think. I think it's in 2. I'm sorry, 2. And loving it. Not my favorite. It's one of those slanted tip type of eyebrow pencils. I'm using it up. I don't hate it, but I don't think I would repurchase it. And then in the demo, I also applied blush. I just pulled out, strangely enough, I do not own a Nars Orgasm blush in a full size. I only had this little 100 or 200 point perk from Sephora. I know I have it in a kit with Laguna as well, but I just wanted to pull out the blush. So this is the ever famous Orgasm blush, which is just wonderful, and I'll just swatch that here for you. So that's the shade Orgasm Blush. Got this recently. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX finishing and setting spray, priming setting spray. It's like one of those dual sprays, so we'll see how this goes. So just trying it out this week. And then for lips, because I sometimes get matchy-matchy like that. If I'm using one product, I'll pull in something similar or same brand. So I have 2 lipsticks from Nars. One is the ever famous Orgasm lipstick, which I absolutely love. I mean, I really put a dent in this one. So I love this lipstick. And there's the lipstick, and I'll swatch it next to the blush so you can see. So this is the blush, and this is the actual lipstick. And then I also had a lipstick, I believe I got it in a Sephora Favorites kit. So this was one of the full-size items from a few kits ago. And this is the shade Dolce Vita, and this is a great everyday nude. It's what I have on now. Has a little bit of a pink tint. I think it went well with Carry as an eyeshadow. So there's a Dolce Vita. It's a rather sheer shade, but I'm loving it. So that is it for my little reviews this week. If you have any products you'd like me to go over, I'd be more than happy to if I have them. I certainly have a stockpile of products, and I'd be more than happy to share my opinion. And maybe we could share our opinion in the comments box below. So that is it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll leave the bubble here to subscribe and feature last week's makeup video as well, which was the Tarte Clay Play palette. So that's it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.